Want to know how to make your own liquid black for your wet on wet painting technique? In this video right here, I'm going to show you how to make liquid black and the recipe I use to make perfect paintings every time. We're getting started right now. Hey, it's me, it's Wild, coming at you from my Creative Control playlist where I bring you the best tips, tricks, and even a recipe video just like you're gonna see right now. If this is your first time here and you want to improve and grow your painting adventure, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tick that bell so you know when my videos go live for you. If you're a fan of Bob Ross and Bill Alexander, you most likely have heard of Liquid White or Magic White. But a lot of people are not familiar with liquid black. If you're not familiar with it, I made a video that I'll post up here. Feel free to check that out. It'll give you a little bit of education. I'll also put a link in the description below. But a lot of people can't get liquid black in their region, or they can't find it on a website. So I wanted to bring you the recipe on how to make liquid black. Now, I made a video on how to make liquid white, and a lot of you are probably thinking, well, isn't it the same recipe? And when I first started painting, I kind of just used the 50-50 ratio that I did for Magic White. But as I painted more and more with the Bob Ross liquid black, I did notice some subtle differences. And the fact is, the liquid black is thinner than Magic or liquid white that you'll buy from Amazon or from the Bob Ross company. So what I recommend is actually using a 60% oil to a 40% pigment ratio. And that'll get you really close to the Bob Ross can that I have here in my hand. Now that you have an understanding of the ratio from oil to pigment, I'm going to show you on my mixing palette how I make liquid black if I'm going to use it in one of my paintings. So here's going to be our control. This is liquid black that I'm taking out of the Base Coat Value Pack. I'll put a link in the description below if you guys are interested in this. But this is going to show us exactly what liquid black looks like from the Bob Ross company. Make sure we give it a good shake there so that way we get all of the pigment and oil all mixed up. So I'm going to go ahead and pour out a little bit right here just so you can see it. Watch how thin this comes out. See, it's not as creamy as the Magic White or liquid white that you would see from the Bob Ross company. It's actually a lot thinner. If we were to take a spaded palette knife through it, you can just see how smooth and how thin it actually is. It works exceedingly well for a lot of applications. But you can see, even when I try to make whips with it, like little soft peaks like liquid or Magic White, it doesn't hold its shape. You can see, like right in here, it's probably hard to see on camera, but it doesn't hold itself as much. And that's because it's a lot thinner than liquid or Magic White. So I went ahead and moved our control over the side, and I'm going to take a combination of black pigment and linseed oil. You can substitute linseed oil with a bunch of different other oils, but this is probably the most accessible for you. You can find this easily on Amazon. Again, I'll put a link in the description below so you can check it out. And I have these pre-measured over to the side, so I'm going to go ahead and put them on the palette right here so that way we can start mixing to get close to our control. So here I have the linseed oil down in our pigment, and I'm slowly just going to start combining all of this and getting it to blend all together. And all you got to do is just kind of smash and push and smash and make sure you get all of these to blend in here. And this can work with a wide variety of different palette knives. You can use your angled one, your spade one, or your flat one, whatever works best for you. If you're going to do a lot of this, you can actually use just a spatula. But let me go ahead and speed this up and get it to the consistency of our control. Make sure you work in that paint thoroughly. As you blend and smash it all together, you'll notice that the black paint starts to become more liquid like our control. When it's nice and smooth and there's no more big pockets of pigment, that's how you know it's good and ready to go, and you can use it for your upcoming painting. See how easy it was to make your own version of liquid black? It's a very useful tool, and I highly recommend having it in your painting toolbox. Once you've finished making your paint, you need some place to store it. I recommend putting it either in a paint tin, or if you can't find one of those, an airtight jar will work, but it'll go a little quicker on you. But the best thing I can recommend is actually these empty paint tubes that you can buy off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. Scrape off all your paint and put it in there, and when you're ready to use it, you can just go ahead and squeeze a little bit out. Since you're not going to use as much liquid black as you would liquid white, you can use it sparingly. And the nice thing about these tubes, they're easily accessible. Just make sure you give it a nice shake before you squirt it out, because if you don't, you'll either get a big blob of pigment or you're going to get a big blob of oil. When you finally found the perfect storage container for your paint, make sure you label it and give it a fun name. I like to name mine Bro Black. Now that you have an understanding of how to make your own version of Bob Ross's Liquid Black, go out there and experiment and have some fun with it. It is a fun tool to use. Hopefully you found this video very educational and it helps you out. And if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave a comment below so I know how to help you out on your painting adventures from here. And if you did like the video, make sure you go ahead and give it a nice thumbs up. And if you want to help me, make sure to follow me on all of my social media. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to see me paint, I paint all the time on Twitch TV/WildForGames. I paint there Monday through Thursday, so come on by and say hi to me. And if you want to go above and beyond and be a true bro or a bae, you can help support me on my Patreon page. All the proceeds go back right into the channel to bring you more high quality content. I will see you all in the next painting adventure coming up real quick. Take care, guys, and peace.